It is the battle for the state of Iowa and the Cy-Hawk Trophy each and every year. They play in week 2, and this time around, because of the absence of marquee matchups across the country, this may be one of the bigger matchups, no doubt. Fox has deemed it the matchup of the week. It's their noon Eastern time game. It's Iowa State. Of course, the Cyclones notched a Big 12 victory across the pond in Dublin and Iowa opened against Albany. We get Steve Merrill here, of course, from Wager Talk to break down the odds. Iowa and Iowa State rivalry to boot.
Yeah, and I thought, it could be a little bit of a flat spot for both Kansas State and Iowa State after the Dublin trip. And South Carolina is a dangerous FCS opponent, so I'm not going to read too much into last week's result. But I think this is the focus spot, and that was what we call a sandwich game last week as well, of course, against South Dakota, with Kansas State on one end, Iowa on the other. Only have Arkansas State on deck. So the Cyclones should be fully focused in this one. And I do feel like they're the preferred side in this on their strong home field. Also like the line value here as well. My database simulation, 10,000 games simulated every week for all the FBS games on average, has Iowa State winning this one by over a touchdown by about 7.5 points. So I do think there's some value around that key number of 3.5. Now shop around. Consensus line is probably 3.5 now, but some spots still have -3. And we talk about this every year. If you're new to sports betting, the most critical number in any sport is 3 in football, college and pro. About a 9 to 10% chance that a favorite's going to win by exactly 3 points. So there's a huge difference between -3 and 3.5. At -3 or less, I definitely like Iowa State in this game. Would still lean that way at 3.5, but both the numbers are available, so shop around and get the better price. The Iowa Hawkeyes, you and I have had a lot of fun talking about them the past few years with the all defense, no offense approach. They averaged only 15 points a game 2 years ago, but they gave up only 15. The year before, they only gave up 13. Last year, they gave up 18, but they countered it by averaging 28 points a game. They almost doubled their offensive average last season. So we'll see if that continues this year. I think right now, though, Iowa State's the more battle-tested team, as Iowa only played Albany last week, and it's a road game for the Hawkeyes as well. So I do like the home team here, especially at -3 or less.
Absolutely. We may not see quite as many of those sub 40 point totals for Iowa games this year. They have found some offense. They found an offensive coordinator, but unfortunately for them, the defense not quite as stingy as it's been in the past. Catch Steve's work at wagertalk.com. That's just not college football, everyone. Baseball playoffs are coming, and of course, the NFL starts this week. And of course, Steve's exclusive under the radar selection for us here at the Voice of College Football. You can only find it here as a member on Patreon, Voice of College Football, or on our YouTube top tier. Steve, we appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Mark.